This is Donna Floyd with Pearls of Wisdom for today. And my scripture is found in John 16:13. However, when the Spirit of truth has come, he will guide you into all truths. For he will not speak of his own authority, but whatever he hears will he speak, and he will tell you things to come. I am continuing on with the study of Revelation. It becomes so hard for people to understand because they don't know where they are when they are reading. In chapter 4, John has just finished his writings to the 7 churches. The next scene takes place in heaven between the closing of the church age and the commencement of the tribulation. A new day for mankind, especially for all true believers, has dawned. In Revelation 4:3, the rainbow around God's throne is possibly the same one he set in the sky after the flood in Genesis 9:11 through 13. It was God's token to Noah that he would never destroy the earth in such a manner again. Remember, God is a covenant-keeping God. The 7 lamps in Revelation 4:5 are the 7 spirits of God. There is only one Spirit of God, but he manifests and operates in many ways. This reveals the Holy Spirit is before God's throne, indicating his work on earth in behalf of the church is finished. The church has been taken up to heaven, and the work of the Holy Spirit continues on earth throughout the tribulation. Joel 2:28 through 32. He deals with Israel, Ezekiel 36, and a number of Gentiles are also saved during this time. Zechariah 8:23. Then on to chapter 5, which continues with the previous chapter's description of events taking place around God's throne. In Revelation 5:1, John sees the book with the 7 seals in God's right hand. The personalities released when Jesus opens the book affects the earth from the beginning of tribulation to the end. The strong angel in Revelation 5:2 is probably Michael. He asks, who can open the book? In verse 3, and states, no man can be found to open or even look at the book. Verse 4, John begins to weep because there is no one to open or even look at the book. Jesus is the one which hath prevailed and is able to open and loosen the seals of the book. Verse 5, we see in verse 6, Jesus is depicted as standing in the midst of the throne. Colossians 3:1 states, Jesus sits on the right hand of God. But the reason in Revelation 5:6 describes Jesus as standing rather than sitting is that he has just returned from earth as from gathering up his bride, the church. Jesus walks to God, takes the book out of his hand in verse 7, and this is just a taste of how it is to read the chapters in Revelation. Remember, Revelation's chapters divisions separate 2 stories which parallel one another. One occurs in heaven, the other on earth. Both take place during a 7-year period. The story of heaven is described in Revelation chapter 4, 5, 19, and 20. The story of earth in Revelation is chapter 6, 8, 9, 16, 19, and 20. Chapters 7, 10, 16, 17, and 18 are what we call informational, to let believers know the movement between heaven and earth. Chapter 16 picks up the earthly story then. Chapter 19 begins with the heavenly story and makes a quick transition to the earthly one. Chapter 20 contends with the earthly saga and then concludes with the heavenly one. Chapters 20, 21, and 22 describes the events that happen after the tribulation. As you prayerfully read and study the chapters of Revelation, let the Holy Spirit speak to you. Do not be afraid to start reading Revelation. Now you have some background. You know where the chapters are divided. So I encourage you to get started. Thanks for watching Pearls of Wisdom. I'm Donna Floyd.